lionfish, a poisonous marine fish native to the Indo-Pacific, belongs to the genus Pterois. Pterois is a Greek word meaning feathered or winged. These fish are well known as aquarium fish, mainly because of their distinct colors, flowy pectoral fins, and their venomous fin rays. Their colors range from red, white, cream, or black bands. They are also commonly referred to as zebrafish, firefish, turkey fish, or butterfly cod. Of the 12 different species of pterois, a lot of attention has been given to two species in particular: the red lionfish, P. volitans, and the common lionfish, P. miles. These two species have dominated the East Coast in the US, mainly Florida, as far back as the early 1900s, as well as in the Caribbean, establishing their position as an invasive species. Fadila Ali, a PhD candidate at the University of Southampton, who is presently researching the lionfish invasion in the Caribbean, stated that their generalist diet and habitat preference, coupled with their rapid growth rate and lack of natural predators, has allowed their population to explode throughout the Caribbean. Both the red and common lionfish come from the Indian and South Pacific Oceans and the Red Sea, as depicted in this map of their native range and habitat. The red lionfish, however, occupies 93% of the invasive population in the Western Atlantic and has been labeled as one of the most aggressive invasive species on the planet. They carry a wide range of characteristics that have assisted them in getting this title. These include venomous and defensive spines, cryptic form, color and behavior, habitat generality, high competitive ability, low parasite load, efficient predation, rapid growth, and high reproductive rates. These fish prey on small fish and invertebrates that occupy the seaward edge of reefs and coral in lagoons and on rocky surfaces approximately 50 meters in depth, usually turbid inshore regions and within harbors. In the Caribbean, it has been observed that they are very territorial and have hostile behaviors with other native reef fish, forcing them to move to areas with less desirable conditions. Their abundance continues to rapidly increase, overpopulating and outcompeting those native fish and adding stress onto the pre-existing stresses such as overfishing, which may soon cause considerable, irreversible, deleterious consequences on local reefs, directly affecting species richness and abundance. Some studies have shown up to 80%. Because lionfish thrive in the predator-free and nutrient-rich waters of the Atlantic and the Caribbean, they will continue to multiply and are hence a nuisance to this present day. Some proposals have been either death by starvation or by a combination of native pathogens, parasites, predators, and competitors controlling the abundance of lionfish. According to an article by Wilcox in 2016, whenever there is limited food, the lionfish has the ability to stop its metabolism. Lad Atkins, director of special projects at Reef, said in one presentation that studies have in fact shown that lionfish can live without food for up to 3 months and only lose 10% of their body mass. On the other hand, a different observation by James Morris from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, studying the invasion of lionfish into U.S. coastal waters, uncovered evidence that lionfish might be quite literally eating themselves to death. Obese lionfish are found within interior organs completely encased in fat. In fact, these lionfish are so fat, they are suffering from liver damage. As a means to control lionfish populations, countries have designed lionfish removal programs which in some instances depend primarily on volunteer divers. Activities such as lionfish tournaments or specified lionfish removal trips and events are another platform by which volunteer divers help to remove substantial quantities of lionfish. These removal events are important for lionfish control, and they contribute greatly to research. This is as stated from the article entitled "The Role of Volunteer Divers in Lionfish Research and Control in the Caribbean." From the present research, not many intrinsic values have been found. However, the lionfish has been a food source for many years. In a recent article, they were found to be a much healthier alternative when compared to the snapper, tilapia, bluefin, tuna, mahi-mahi, grouper, just to name a few, since these lionfish have higher stores of omega-3 fatty acids and contain lower quantities of heavy metals such as lead and mercury. They also have a larger contribution in the marine ornamental reef fish trade. Hence, they are valued instrumentally only by humans according to the literature reviewed.
In Castara, Paltavia, all them areas. Charleville will get some because Charleville water is really deep. Right. So Charleville will get some too. Paltavia water is deep. Castara water is deep. They will be there. But we never see them. The shallowest water we see them in they will say 5 feet away.
Lionfish spread based on how they reproduce. So when a lionfish reproduces, it lays a bunch of gelatinous eggs which are taken in the ocean currents, and that spreads throughout the Caribbean. So no matter how well you can control lionfish here within your island, the eggs will still be brought in from somewhere else. And also lionfish, they live anywhere from less than 1% of water to more than 1,000 feet.
The lionfish, he's taking over all territories. So he's the boss. Right now he's the king in this side. Right? If everything's scared of him, we'll let you be able to eat it. So the only way to get rid of it is start to eat it.
Right.
And the only way.
What's the hotel you said that?
No, a restaurant in Bucco Point. The guy told me they're buying a $20 show, and that's the Italian restaurant.
Right. Yeah.
The guy told me, because I told him finance, he said, well, the guy buying a 20 for one. Right? We wait until the guy back up the price to 100 for one.
Right.
We want to make a living.